Hello, welcome to One on One with Jane. I'm your host, and today I have Rick Ford on my show, and he's going to speak about his mother and how she was on PBS. Thank you for being a part of One on One with Jane.
Thank you for having me. I recently launched momshowpbs.com, which featured 2 episodes of The American Portrait that was a reality documentary on PBS. First episode was A Family of Us, and the second episode was A Story of Us, a Michigan American Portrait special. Very humbling experience facing COVID restrictions when my mom was in a nursing home, and I made the most of my visits with her. That was probably the most difficult experience to see, and but at least my mom and I made amends with her, and I was.
He's an actor, and his mother was on PBS. What happened in PBS?
So I was featured on a couple of PBS shows called The American Portrait. First one was called Family of Us, and then the second show was called the Michigan American Portraits special, The Story of Us. And it was about my experience trying to help my mom and be there for her when my mom was in a nursing home, and there was just so much COVID restrictions. I was so used to helping my mom with nutritional help and holistic medicine, just to keep her strong and going. But then the COVID restrictions made things more impossible, and she was under a guardianship at the time, and that's what made things so difficult.
Who was her guardian?
It was Guardian and Associates. But I made amends with my mom, and I remember apologizing for my past mistakes, and she forgave me. And we got along most of the year. We barely argued, and it was just heartbreaking to see my mom not getting much care and being overly medicated, possibly. It was a really tough struggle at the time.
Thinking, how'd you get a chance to go in PBS? Did you have connections?
It was a casting call. The upside about the COVID pandemic was that there were a lot of remote opportunities, and this was a reality TV show production. And all I did was just record myself telling my story. Our story made the PBS show. I was so excited. I told my mom about it because I wanted to keep her spirits. Painful to talk about. I suspect that my mom being underfed led to a lot of issues that caused her to go back and forth to the hospital from the nursing home. And it was a pretty tough situation because everyone was just blaming her condition. I tried to tell hospital staff that the nursing home wasn't feeding her like that. She required being on a period diet, but there wasn't much options. Of Life Gold drink mix, and I kept begging my mom, here, take a sip.
Did you have your mom drink Ensure?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they give people when they get older. A chance to see that clip with PBS?
She didn't get a chance to see herself on PBS, unfortunately, but I did tell her, and she did know. But that was a memorable story, definitely, and I'm very happy I was able to be a part of a reality TV show. A really difficult time. I was really scared of losing my mom, and I really didn't want to lose her. But at least I was there for her as much as I could before she passed. My mom's main cause of death was hemorrhagic ulcer, and it suffocated her when she threw up. And we strongly believe that the blood thinner had aggravated her ulcer.
I'm glad your mom encouraged you too to get into the art.
Yeah, I mean, at least with the PBS show, I'm actively promoting the website and my guitar show. When out there, I'll tell them about our story. It's actually on the back of my current business card.
I know, I saw that.
Promoting my Instagram channel as an actor, guitarist, an MC, and also have T-shirts that just I just finally received, and I'm finally gonna get free T-shirts out. My T-shirts are free giveaways, mainly just for getting the word out there.
Oh, are you talking about that Birmingham thing?
Yep, that will
Oh,
be for my guitar shows.
I got a good idea. You should actually wear the T-shirts as you play, because that's what one girl did
Yeah,
for another movie of mine.
I've got a couple of friends that are willing to wear the T-shirt and take photos for me.
I believe we covered it all in regarding your mom and PBS. So, do you still have a chance to be on PBS?
Yep, it's momshowpbs.com. I the American Portrait, A Family of Us. You can actually YouTube search it, but if you go to momshowpbs.com, you'll be able to see both shows pretty conveniently.
I just wanted to say thanks for your time. Thanks a lot for being on One on One with Jane.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome.